Garden, an ESPN special presentation of National Hockey Night as the Bruins play host to the Hartford Whalers. Where you saw the Prudential Building back inside the Boston Garden. Gary Thorne, Jim Schoenfeld, and for the second time this season, the Whalers and Bruins thank Pietrangelo will make the start in net, 28-year-old, only playing in his, as you see, 7th game this season. Last time was in relief. Rajon Lemelin. Andy Moog, the regular goaltender, will play tomorrow night in this back-to-back series. Lemelin in game number 6 for him, 3-2 on the season. Lemelin, a great mark, though, lifetime against these Hartford Whalers, 17-9-3. We are ready to go. Adam Oates will take the draw against Murray Craven. ESPN special edition of National Hockey Night. Delighted to have you with us. Murray Pedersen sent it in on the far side. Craven's got it. Craven will be out there with Verbeek and Cunneyworth on this line for the Hartford Whalers. Pedersen holding it in. Problem for Hartford putting the puck in the net. They're averaging 2.6 goals a game, next to last in the league, Jimmy. That's been the big problem.
That's why they can't make mistakes early. They don't want to get behind these Bruins, especially at home. Boston is a very explosive team. They've outshot all their opponents except the last game, which was a 6-2 loss to the Washington Capitals. And you know they're going to come out here after being spanked 6-2 and really pour it on. Bourque's coming in now for the first shot for the Bruins. That explosive speed, a great heads-up skill of Ray Bourque, a backhand shot, pretty easy for Pietrangelo to handle. But the Bruins are going to come out firing. The Whalers want to keep this game a low-scoring game for as long as they can.
There you see the numbers for Ray Bourque, and no man in the National Hockey League has scored more points against the Hartford Whalers than Ray Bourque. He is number 1. Peter Stastny is second. Bourque in the shot. Score! And another one! Ray Bourque, 1-0.
Right off the face-off, a low screen shot goes under the pad of Pietrangelo. And the Bruins have done what they wanted to do, and the Whalers have not done what they wanted to do. Bourque's coming in, not a hard shot, but it's on the net through a maze of players. And he eludes the Whalers goaltender.
4th goal of the season for Ray Bourque. And quickly a 1-0 lead in Hartford scoring tonight. Tied for 10th among defensemen in scoring, and adds another goal to it. And as Jim said, that's exactly what the Hartford Whalers did not want. Adam Bird pushed it around the boards. They can't get it out of the zone. Randy Lavasseur flips it up in the air, and he got nailed after he got it out of there. Lavasseur hit by Brent Hughes of Boston. There'll be some hitting in these games. These teams don't like each other. Shot deflected out deep. Burt will come back to get it. Shot taken by Leach, who drives it back into the zone. And the Boston Bruins on the small ice surface, always known for physical play. Hartford knows that, knows they've got to come out and do the same. Sweeney behind the net, avoiding the check that time of Michael Nylander. Clears it around on the far side, played out by the Bruins. 1-0, Boston on top. Bourque getting it at 34 seconds into the game, and Adam Oates picks up yet another assist. Nylander's shot is blocked by Murphy. North Murphy clears it around the boards, not out of the zone, held in by Doug Huda. Rajon Lemelin in behind the net. He just left it there, and it's tied up. Leach tried to dig it out. Leach couldn't control. Nylander had it. He couldn't get it out in front. Bruins back the other way. Stumble tipped away from Sweeney to Murphy. Murphy sends it in. And we got plenty of board banging going on early in this one. You see the little stuff that goes on behind the play right there. These two teams both in the Adams division, both out of New England, so there's a rivalry here.
Good defensive zone coverage by the Bruins in their own zone. Stumple just staying with his point man. They're staying in their spots. They're not running around. The loose puck came to him. It was a breakout for the Bruins. Again, taking the pressure into the Whaler zone.
There is Stumple getting some playing time here with the Bruins. Have been a bit short as far as number of players are concerned. They're missing Glenn Wesley's out of there with a bad foot. They don't know if it's broken or not. Examined yesterday. They hope to find out today on that. Leach in the shot. Pietrangelo had trouble with it. Rebound setting. Leach was after it. Couldn't get it. Shot. Wiemer just missed that one wide. Boston Bruins. Jim Wiemer wasn't playing much this season. Almost Almost had himself a goal on that one. The attempted clear ends up in the seats.
Gary, Pietrangelo does not look real sure to me. He looks like he's fighting the puck a little bit. He's having a difficult time controlling rebounds. He's got to settle himself down. He doesn't want to give the Bruins a 2-0 lead this early in the first period.
Pietrangelo, the backup goaltender for Sean Bourque, the regular starter. His lifetime record, 38-4. He's only played one game ever against the Boston Bruins and had a victory in that one. There is Sean Bourque, acquired this season in a trade with the New Jersey Devils, and it's been a struggle. He's 4-10-1. Face-off won by the Whalers. Craven dropped it. Near side, Janssens. Mark Janssens centered. Craven had already gone by. In fact, Craven was tied up, taken out of the play. Zarley Zalapski leaves it off for Craven. Craven trying to send it in, hit Verbeek with it. Ruzicka backs it up, lost it. Verbeek centering. Craven couldn't get it. Cunneyworth back up to Zalapski. Randy Cunneyworth attempted to center, lost it, and Ray Bourque. Count the number of times he touches the puck in this game and how many times he mentioned his name will be amazing. Ruzicka is out there with Hines and Donato on this line for Boston. Pedersen the other way for the Whalers. 1-0 Bruins on top. We are 3 minutes into the game. Bruins are playing from behind their own net. Gord Roberts working on defense. Hines dumped it in the middle. Craven sent it. Craven will send it in. First meeting, these two teams were here at Boston. Boston won it in overtime 3-2 on October 8th. These teams play a lot of one-goal games, 17 of them in the last 5 years. Adam Oates brings it in. Oates had an assist in the first goal. He won on that one. Good play by Jamie Leach. Pedersen takes the shot wide. Leach on the far side. Oates able to hold it in. In the corner, played by Geoff Sanderson. In the middle, shot blocked. Leach had the opportunity, but Juneau was there to knock it away. Juneau got a high stick in the face. No call. And a save made by Lemelin, who didn't know where he was. Juneau took a high stick. That really got a good piece of him.
Adam Oates winning the draw back to Raymond Bourque. Bourque takes a shot. You can see it go through a maze of legs here. Pietrangelo doesn't have much of a look at it. And that gives the Bruins a 1-0 lead.
Shot in on Lemelin, cleared to the corner. Sweeney will pick it up, and we've got our first whistle. On the far side, Ron Hogarth, realizing that the hitting is picking up a little bit here. A little bit out of control, away from the whistle, in fact. Nick's decided it's time to get it under control. Hogarth working with Pierre Champoux and Gerard Gauthier, the officials tonight. And there you see Hogarth, who's being talked to by Jim Wiemer, who's going to go in the penalty. No, it's not Wiemer, I'm sorry.
Penalty number 16.
Going to be on Sweeney. Tim Sweeney will go to the penalty box. And so the Bruins leading 1-0. First power play of the night. Opportunity is going to go to the Hartford Whalers at 3:53.
Gary, Hartford has been struggling on their power play. They're 24th overall, last in the league, 9.1%. So if they're looking to move up at all in the standings and catch the fourth-place Buffalo Sabres, certainly that's an area of their game they're going to have to improve vastly.
An unbelievably ineffective power play. Murray Craven has 3 power play goals and leads the Hartford Whalers. To be in single digits on effectiveness is almost incomprehensible. Whalers have Cassels working on the power play to Verbeek. Sanderson was offside. He gets back onside, but the Bruins are able to clear it out.
And Gary, this is where they have the problem, is getting it set up in the Bruins zone or any opponent's zone. They have a hard time breaking out. It seems they're all going in different directions. They're an easy team to forecheck.
Steve Hines, the forechecking job that time. Hines working with Dave Poulin. They're pinning him in. Craven has to dump it across ice for Cassels. 1:20 left on his power play. Poulin just stepped in and took it away. Ashton out there now. Ashton goes for it for the Bruins. Remember, the Bruins are short-handed here. Zarley Zalapski, the quarterback of the power play, just popped it up. Pietrangelo trying to play it, had Ashton move in on him. Zalapski, Hartford can't get out from behind their own net. Up to Craven. Finally, they bring it to center, but it took them a minute of the power play to do it, and they're going to be called for icing as Verbeek did not touch it on the way in.
Terrific forechecking by the Bruin penalty killers. They're attacking with good angles. But once again, you have 2 Whalers skating up, 1 Whaler skating back. They're not going as a 5-man unit.
That's our Budweiser scoreboard. We'll keep you updated with the games that are going on in the National Hockey League as far as the schedule for tonight and keep an eye on the one for this afternoon as well. There you see Ryan Sutter on the bench, Poulin out of the penalty killing unit with 55 seconds left to go on it. Dave Poulin has been scoring a bit, 6 goals, 7 assists in his last 14 games, 13 points in 14 games for him. Cam Neely, of course, of the Boston Bruins, their all-star forward, out. He's been out all season. Whether he'll ever come back is a question. He has a bone problem, a calcification on the bone problem, and they don't know what to do with it. Leach, level on the save. Baby Leach. Pietrangelo will hang on, and Bird takes it in behind the net. 28 left on the power play. Bird waiting. Both teams changing it up. 19 on the power play. Nylander. Conroy the shot. Missed it wide. Petrovicky could not hold it in. That gets dumped on the far side by Brent Hughes. Petrovicky looking. In the middle, Conroy. And the other block. Going down with Shaw. Good play by Shaw. 1 second on the power play. Intended for Leach. Broken up by Shaw. Sweeney out of the penalty box. Hartford 0 for 1 on the power play. Still 1-0, 13:57 left here. Juneau sends it in. Oates tried to knock it down with a high stick, couldn't get it. Pedersen in behind the net. Oates hangs on to his stick, didn't get called for it. Good check put on by Adam Black. In the corner that time. Nylander couldn't get it. Juneau shot, didn't get in on goal. Joey Juneau again. Juneau in the middle, shot by Oates. And it's set there and went behind the net. Adam Oates almost banged it in. Wiemer cutting in from the point, couldn't handle a pass. A break for the Hartford Whalers. Pietrangelo had it bounce over him, behind him, and then Oates trying to knock it in. It ended up behind the net. Kulak, we're going to fight on the far side. Tim Wiemer going at it with Mark Janssens, 2 heavyweights.
With Glenn Wesley already out with an injury, Jimmy Wiemer is going to be a very tired defenseman for the rest of this game. That takes an awful lot out of you. Adam Oates, just before this, Gary, Adam Oates struggled to get good body position on his checker. That enabled him to be open. Juneau put the puck on the tape, and he had a good shot, which eluded. Again, Pietrangelo not looking real sharp in the net.
Look at that, behind him. If he had moved backwards a half an inch, it would have been in. Kvartalnov had the opportunity also going around the net. 6:45, Wiemer and Janssens go for fighting. There you see Adam Oates, who got an assist on that goal by Ray Bourque. Coming into this game, Adam Oates tied for 19th overall in scoring, and he is 10th in the league in assists. He's had 3 goals, 7 assists in his last 8 games now, not unusual for him. Came over from St. Louis last year, and even without Mr. Hull, he continued to put the points up on the board. 1-0 Boston leading. Ashton, the player down for Hartford. No whistle yet. Now we'll get one. And Hughes is being chased by half the Hartford team. Verbeek takes a shot at Ashton and knocks him down.
Gary, it all started with a boarding call against Hughes. He ran Zalapski. I don't know if they're going to give him 5 in a game. That looks like it.
He's going to go. Hughes is being escorted off the ice. This is going to be a major and a game misconduct. 5-minute power play coming up for the Hartford Whalers, and Hughes is done early for the day.
Listen to this hit by Hughes on Zalapski. And that's why the Whalers are going on a 5-minute power play. I would love to see that eliminated from the National Hockey League. I love a good hard-hitting game. I don't even mind fights, Gary. But I would hate to see a player permanently damaged, permanently injured, or worse, paralyzed. I mean, when you go into the board's face first like that and your vertebra snaps, a lot of bad things can happen.
Well, that's why it's illegal in a game misconduct. Hughes is done for the day. Gets the 5-minute major for hitting from behind and the game misconduct. A 5-minute power play for the Hartford Whalers, who are down 1-0. And they did not convert on their first power play chance. Poulin drives Zalapski in behind the net. So Zalapski, who was hit, stays out there. He is all right. Shots are 5-2 in favor of the Bruins right now, even though they've been short-handed a couple of times. And the Boston Bruins penalty killers right in the middle of the pack this season. They've given up 22 while scoring 25 on the power play. Patty Verbeek sends it in. Roberts in behind the net. Gord Roberts working with Bourque. Ted Donato moved it out of the zone. Roberts couldn't clear it though. Verbeek steps in. In the middle, shot tipped by Sanderson. Geoff Sanderson got it behind the net. Ashton tried to clear it around the boards. Verbeek stole it. Zalapski a shot. Save Lemelin. Original Lemelin. One of the oldest goaltending tandems in the National Hockey League. Lemelin and Andy Moog. Lemelin being at 28 years old. And Andy Moog in his 15th National Hockey League season. Nylander's pass. Hines intercepts. Hines gets hauled down by Buck. Short-handed effort. Donato! And it was deflected wide. Zarley Zalapski. Pietrangelo wasn't sure quite what to do with that. When he turned around, Stevie Hines was standing right there from the Bruins. Shot blocked to the boards. Leach. Leach trying to center it. Taken away by Nylander. Whalers on a power play, and they get the full 5 minutes of the power play, no matter how many times they score. Michael Nylander, the rookie, to Zalapski. Nylander to Bourque. Bourque the shot. Leach trying to center. Hit Petrovicky. Banged on by Poulin. Held in by Adam Bourque. And cleared out of the zone by Shaw.
You see, Gary, once the Whalers get their power play set up in the Bruins zone, they're not bad. They just have a difficult time coming from their own end to get it set up.
Getting through that center ice, the problem.
Exactly right. Neutral zone is killing them.
Yake brings it in. First time we've had a chance to see him on the ice today. Yake will work on the power play with 2:42 left on the 5-minute power play. And the Bruins just knock it out of the zone as Gord Roberts got it. Pietrangelo will leave it. Andrew Cassels will go back to get it. Whalers led by Murray Craven, 8 goals and 18 points. Geoff Sanderson also has 8 goals. Verbeek, their second leading scorers, 6 and 11. Clear the zone. Cassels once again dumping it in. Nobody there but Adam Oates to clear it out. 2:10 left in the power play. Both teams change it up. Bruins leading on Ray Bourque's goal in the opening minute of this game to take the 1-0 lead. Boston has won the last 8 games these teams have played here at the Garden. And they're ahead in this one on the offside.
That's almost unforgivable. First of all, the Whalers had the puck at center. They were trying to dump it in. You've got the whole width of the ice surface. They hit a Bruin skate. It's iced. Now you're breaking up. You're on the power play, and you have a 2-line pass. Again, a bad thing. You're wasting valuable time and valuable ice when you don't get the puck set up in your opponent's zone in the power play.
Paul Holmgren, the new coach behind the bench this season for the Hartford Whalers, had been with the Philadelphia Flyers for 4 years. There you see his numbers as a head coach in the National Hockey League. Comes on with a new GM, Brian Bourque. Bourque says, we want to make this team rough and tough, so get a Broad Street bully to be behind the bench. But they haven't been too rough and tough this season as far as their record's concerned. They have the second most penalty minutes in the National Hockey League. If that's rough and tough, I guess they've done it. Off the draw, still on a power play, the Whalers, picked up by Zarley Zalapski. They're down to 1:50 on this advantage. Murray Craven, their leading scorer. Zalapski. Craven, Poulin, Bourque, clears.
You get to the point when your power play is struggling, when your opponent gets a penalty and you start to duck on the bench, you don't want to be the guy called to go on the ice. And that's how I'm sure a lot of these Hartford Whaler players are feeling.
Zalapski lost control of it. Craven got it in. Bourque clears it out. That's almost like you want to turn it down. You get the option like
you can see they're shortening their shift. They're out there 30, 40 seconds. They're coming out. You've got to be more accountable. You've got to stick with it and make it work.
Sanderson's pass, a bad one. Donato cleared it out. Conroy back for Adam Bourque. Couldn't do anything with it. Pietrangelo knocks it down. A 5-minute power play. They have 1 minute left on it. And they have only had really one scoring opportunity and one shot in it. In front, shot blocked by Shaw on Cassels. Cassels, Leach, tipped it wide. boards for Dave, pulling it out again. Pietrangelo, he's handled the puck more than Lummelin has on the 5-minute Hartford power play. They'll get one more shot at it here with 37 seconds left. They're trying to get this game tied up. Conroy, the former New York Islander, and he did not hit Leach. This is the second icing on a power play by the Whalers.
Excellent Bruin pursuit in the neutral zone. Ray Bourque standing up there right with his check. The Whaler could not get the puck. Another icing call. This is a big boost for the Bruins to kill this.
That is a killer, isn't it?
All prizes to be awarded this afternoon.
To the PR department, and she's even given us a cookbook today. They've done a cookbook, Boston Bruins have, which they're selling for local hockey. Cunneyworth brings it in. Cunneyworth fakes it. Cunneyworth tried to center, had it blocked. Cunneyworth tried to run that through the middle.